I'm Mr. Manboys. Don't want to tell you my real name. It's Nick. The other day I was taking a shower and I saw a spider in the corner and I was like, ugh. So I sprayed it. I got one of those things. I sprayed it and I was like, ugh. And I just watched it go down the drain. And I'm like, what a terrible way to die. Drown in semen. I was at my cousin's place the other day, and I was wearing some like old man slacks. I don't know why. I think I got them from a thrift store. But I'm sitting there, and she's looking over at me. She's like, "Nick, where's your bulge?" I'm like, "What are you talking about?" I'm like looking down, like, oh. I thought like I knew what she was talking about. I was trying to avoid it. I'm like, no. And then she's like, "Where's your bulge?" I'm like, oh. She's like, look at his bulge. And her husband, he's just sitting there with these like basketball shorts on, just a big old bulge there. I'm like, God damn it, I don't have that. So I spent the next week like going around town just like staring at the guy's junk. So, hey, where's his bulge? Where's his bulge? He doesn't have a bulge either. Just like for like psychological validation. Like he doesn't have a bulge. It's fucking bullshit. I'm originally from California, and I moved here about 3.5 years ago. And when I first moved here, I had a couple of buddies that were like, a lot of my buddies like smoke pot. I don't smoke it, but I just drink a lot and have fun with that. One of my buddies, big pothead, and when he found out I was living in Oregon, he's like, dude, are you gonna smoke pot? It's legal there. I'm like, no, I'm good. It's not for me. He's like, but it's legal. Yeah, I know. I live in the state. I know it's legal. It's not for me. But it's legal. I understand. If they made kid touching legal, I still wouldn't do it. I hope that clicks with you. I have 2 bad habits. First one is licking my lips when I get nervous, and then getting nervous around children. So, walking my niece to school in the morning is a nightmare, because I have to like stop at like the 30-yard mark from school. Like, here you go. Let's see here. Bet you can tell by my voice alone that I'm not really good around children. I used to do a little MMA back in the day, and then I was over at my cousin's house 2 years ago for Super Bowl Sunday, and I had like, I don't know, 9 or 10 beers in me, and so I was trying to like train them, like, here's how you do a rear naked choke, and when you're like, friends, if they're like 12 and they're trying to bully you, here's how you choke them out. And I was doing that, and they're all like learning from it, but his buddy was over too, and his buddy's kids were like, 8, 7, and the 7-year-old was not having it at all. So the way it registered in my mind was that if I told her, if I thought, I could pretend like, we're in a scenario, I'm like, hey, if I give her the scenario, she'll play along. And the sober Nick would have been like, no, that's a bad idea. Don't do that. The drunken Nick was like, let's do this. So I crawled after her on my knees, putting my hands like this, and it was like, choke me, I'm a bad man, as loud as I could, and she started crying, and then the Super Bowl party was over. I got a buddy at work, and he was telling me a story about how his friend reacted when he was telling her about how he and his boyfriend were having sex. And she's like, wouldn't that hurt? And I just overhear this, so I'm like, what's that? What's going on here? And then he responded with like, well, sweetheart, you don't have a prostate. And she went, oh. And then I was also like, oh. And he's like, don't knock it till you try it. So I'm sitting there. The next night, I was in the shower, and I have one of those sweet handles that you just grab and you twist. Not this one, but like this one. You have to really grab it and twist it. So I had that, and it was up, and it jets out, and it turns up like a fucking J. And I was sitting there looking at it, and I'm like, nah, don't do that. That's silly. Don't knock it until you try it. Okay. Well, I'm already here. No one's around. Curtain's closed. Like a fucking cat trying to take a shit, just like my guy. Nah, not not for me, not for me, not for me. It's not. I tried it, and I am knocking that. Not married. I don't have any kids. But I've got several other things in my life to ruin my day. Namely, my cat, Lady Bird. She's such a cocksucker. All she does is eat, shit, and hide from me. And she throws up like 2 times a night. I should probably get her checked out, but I'm not going to foot the bill for that, so I don't really care. Now she's got mange. It's a fucking nightmare. Just downhill, I can't win. But like, you know, she'll wake me up like every other night, and I'll be sitting there sleeping, and I'll hear, you know, when cats do it, I'm sitting there, I'll be sleeping like, am I getting a blowjob? What's this? Oh, it's the fucking cat! God damn it! Oh. And she'll throw up, and I'm like, fuck. And I'll forget about it, and I wake up in the morning to go take a shower, and I'm like, squish. Oh, already I hate it. I was in Austin, Texas recently, and I've got a deaf niece, and it was kind of like a family reunion thing. And I've got a deaf niece, and my brother, who doesn't, I actually took like a year of sign language just to like learn it, and I forgot most of it. But I took one of my books with me because I knew I wanted to like learn to communicate with her. So I took my book and I was like learning the basics, and then my brother asked me, he's like, "Hey Nick, how do you like tell me how to ask Yasmin how to what she wants for dinner?" I'm like, "Okay." And so I looked at my book and I'm like, this will be fun. So I told my brother this. It was I'll do the signing and I'll tell you what it was after. So I did. Meaning, I like to sit on dicks. And so he does that to her, and she starts laughing. He's like, "Why is she laughing?" I just asked her what she wanted to eat, right? And I'm like, "Yeah, pretty much." So she's like rolling off, like really on her phone, like giggling nonstop for 20 minutes. He's like, "What the fuck did you make me ask her?" "Oh, that you like to sit on dicks." He's like, "You son of a bitch. God damn you." So, I did the old switcheroo the other day. You guys know what the old switcheroo is? No? No one knows? So it's when you're hanging out with your roommate, and he's got a girl over, and he's with her in the bed, he's going to town, and you're hiding in the closet. And you're hanging out in the closet, lights are off, and you wait for her to go to the bathroom, and then when she goes to the bathroom, you creep into the bed with all the lights off, and then you fuck the shit out of your buddy. I found out recently semen is hard to get out of fur. I was watching one of my adult programs that I do a couple times a day sometimes, and my cat likes to perch herself on top of my printer and just judge me. And inconveniently, her food bowl is located across the desk, and then I don't know why, I just didn't do my laundry, so I had like a really tiny towel to catch everything. I'm like, ah. And then, and I was like, ah. And I saw her walking across at that point, and nobody told me, no! And I just like shot up, and then I just like landed. I'm like, oh, we both looked at each other like, what the fuck was that? And then I'm like, oh shit. So I like try to clean it out, and I was like, give her a bath. It was a nightmare. And then I had a friend like came over like an hour later. He's like, hey, Lady Bird. I'm like, don't touch her! She's got fleas and mange and other stuff. He just like, he already went for it. I'm like, ow, boy. I'm like, you wash your hands, she's got mange. So I've got 2 more. I live in an apartment, and we've got these birds, and I've lived there for about 9 months now. And we have these birds, and apparently, like, I guess they have nests, and they're protecting their nests, but I've been, like, everyone in our apartment complex is being attacked by birds. And at first I thought it was funny, because I'm seeing, like, you know, this old guy was going down to check his mail. He had one of those wheelchairs, those electric ones, and they were just swooping in, getting his head, and I was laughing, like, that's funny. And then I went to go, like, you know, get some groceries out of my roommate's car, and then the birds attacked him. I'm like, oh shit! Like, oh, and I still laugh. I'm like, oh, that's funny. Also, but like, that's becoming a problem. And then I went to my car the other day, and they attacked me. I'm like, no. You do not attack me. It's funny with everyone else, but not me. So I did the next logical thing. I went to the thrift store and I purchased a tennis racket. So now, you know, it's kind of weird, but like I feel like a battered woman leaving my apartment now, going out to the car, because these birds are like swarm and they'll start dive bombing, and so I'm like walking out to my car every morning with a fucking tennis racket, just like cowering down, and I get in there and I'm just like, my windows are rolled up, and I'm like, this is horrible, this is no way to live. And like I'm just like, I feel like I'm in the movie, the birds are, it's a nightmare, and like I think I'm gonna do the next thing is I'm gonna have to buy a pellet gun and start murdering them and their families. So, but tennis racket's not really doing it. Let's see here. So I just turned 29 about 19 months ago, and the weirdest part about being 30 is explaining, you know, games to kids. Like I've got like, you know, some cousins, and I try to explain like the game Oregon Trail that I played when I was younger. You know, the game you like die of dysentery or starvation. Remember that? That's a good game. So, I've come to the conclusion trying to explain that game to kids is like trying to explain sex to a kid. It's easier just to show them. All right, thank you all. That's.